Well, hello everybody, Mark Holmes here, and as always I want to thank you guys for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report, as well as my keto cooking. Well, tomorrow will be 3 weeks ago that I started back up on keto, and right now I was about 9.5 pounds down. I would love to actually hit 10 pounds down in 3 weeks, which would be crazy, but so far so good. So what I'm going to do today, it's kind of wet, kind of rainy out there and all that, and I'm trying to use up some of the stuff that I have in the fridge that's getting a little bit long in the tooth that I don't want to waste. So I had the bacon salad a few days ago, and I still have some of this thick sliced bacon. So I'm going to use some of that. I've got my cauliflower, which is also getting a little bit on the old side here. And I'm going to make like a New England clam chowder. And the only difference is going to be really is it's actually, New England clam chowder is really good as far as keto because you get lots of fat with it. But you have to change a couple of ingredients a little bit. So instead of using potatoes, what we're going to do is we're actually going to use cauliflower, which will give us our thick taste to it, and we're going to use heavy cream and cream cheese in it to help make it thick, as opposed to using flour and milk. So it'll be a really nice and rich soup. It'll have that clam flavor to it, and I'm going to make a salad to go with it. So that'll be a great deal. This is quite a bit of bacon that's left, so this is really probably about a pound, but don't tell on me, okay? Because it's bacon. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook the bacon first, okay? I'm going to brown that, and actually let me go ahead and wash this real quick so we don't worry about cross-contaminating everything here. I'm going to go ahead and cook the bacon first, and I'm going to take the bacon out. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my onions and some celery and the cauliflower, and then I'm going to brown that, soften it up in there. Then I'm going to melt some cream cheese with it, and let that simmer with some butter, get some salt and some pepper in there, and if you like a little bit of a spicy taste to it, put a little bit of cayenne pepper to taste. But it's actually a very, very simple recipe, and you're really getting most of the taste and stuff from it from the clams. I've actually got some bumblebee clams and the clam juice. It's more juice in it than it really is clams, I'll be honest with you. But, you know, it is what it is. If you want to make it really decorative, if you want to get some of the little small clams and put into it, so that way they open up and all that, so people are like, ooh, look at that, they got real clams in there. Yeah. Or you can just get the clams. Now, normally, what I do when I go to BJ's, because I actually buy the clams at BJ's, and I don't get paid by BJ's, by the way. I just shop there a lot. But what I do is, usually you get a real big can of it when I'm making clam chowder. But the last couple of times they've been short on having the big cans. So they have like, I think it's 6 or 8 cans together. And so it's still the same quantity. All right, smell, hear that? That's bacon cooking. So I don't like to cook the bacon to the point where it's crunchy, okay? I want the bacon to be soft, all right? Because it's basically going to be almost kind of like the texture of the clams in here, and the bacon's cheaper than the clams. So we'll get the celery together, we'll get the onions together, we'll get the cauliflower. This is actually not that difficult of a recipe to do. And a cup of this will definitely have plenty of your fats in it. Definitely have the protein that you need. And then if you have a nice salad like a kale salad or a nice romaine salad, then you are good to go for your keto for the day. And so far I've been doing pretty good. I haven't had a cheat day yet. Maybe I'll have a cheat day next weekend. I've been really good at the sugars and the carbs, and what I have been kind of doing as a treat is I still have some of my mom's fruitcake. So I'll take a little pinch of fruitcake of hers from time to time to get my sweet taste on. But I've been staying in ketosis, so that's the good news. Now, I saw an article today. I don't know if any of you guys have seen this or not. The thing that a lot of people have a problem with keto is they say because you're getting so much fats and things in it that it's not healthy and it's not maintainable, okay? But now there's Keto 2.0 that I've heard about. And Keto 2.0 is having actually a little bit more carbs in there and having leaner fats as opposed to more bacon and stuff. And so a lot of people are kind of doing a Keto 2.0. The difference, of course, is technically you're really not in ketosis because you still have too much sugar and starch in you, but it's still a healthier lifestyle. So it's closer to a Mediterranean style type of a living, which is still good too. And I believe that really, more than anything else, yeah, this is definitely getting old. More than anything else, if you cut out the sugar and cut down on the carbs, you'll be in better shape than if you don't, if you're eating at McDonald's. I mean, let's be clear here. Better to eat fresh vegetables and things and cut down on the carbs and stuff. You'll be better. You may not be in ketosis, but you'll definitely be in better shape. This had a couple little brown spots. I'm just going to cut it out. Just where it's gotten a little bit older. Which was easier to just cut out some of the brown spots that I got. All right, so look at our bacon. Woo. Got that bacon going. The funny thing is most of the cooking you do is very simplistic. It's not really a whole lot that goes into it. And sometimes simple is better and easier and tastes better. So as soon as that's done, I'm going to put half a stick of butter in here to go with the other bacon grease, and then we're going to saute the veggies. Now, I got a new tripod, but I keep forgetting leaving it downstairs, which is a little taller, so I'll be able to kind of point down more so you'll be able to look in here. We just got to remember to bring it. All right, so got my bacon. Not really super well cooked. It's still, it's cooked, but it's not crispy. I don't want it crispy. I want it to be soft. Kind of like the Cowboys defense was this year. Alright, so we're going to take the bacon out. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to melt my butter. And then I'm going to put in my veggies. And then this will go ahead and soften up. This recipe is really simple. It really is. Bacon! Alright, the butter's melted. I'm going to put in my celery and my onion. So I'm sauteing that. Bam! is the cauliflower. I'm just going to chop that up. So you want it to be kind of chunky. You don't want it to be like cauliflower rice. You want it to be more like it's a little potato. Look at that. Woo! Gonna put that in there as well. Look at that. Can you see that? Look at that. Woo! All right, we need some garlic in there. Now, if the base seems a little bit dry, put some of the clam juice in there, and that will help to lift the stuff off the bottom and give it a little bit more moisture and start infusing some of that flavor into it. I'm just going to go ahead and put the rest of this cauliflower in here because I don't want to waste it. Cauliflower is so good. All right, let me get some garlic. Garlic is really the spice of life. Can't live without the garlic. People that don't like garlic, I don't trust them. Now, I don't, there's a couple things, I like to peel my garlic. You can do this trick, which is smash it, and then the skin comes off of it. But I feel like, one, I dropped the garlic then. I feel like you're actually shooting out the juice of it. And I just don't want to abuse my garlic. Just don't. So, I take the time and cut it open. And then chop it up. Now, in case you haven't learned, you don't see me with too many recipe books. Most of the time I cook to taste. And that's the great thing about cooking is you can experiment. There's certain spices that you may like more than others. I love rosemary, thyme, cilantro are my favorite spices right there. I love my chipotle chili powder. Those are all things that, you know, probably are on the basis, and garlic, of almost any dish I cook. There's going to have some elements of those in there. That's just me. Now, that may not be your spice. You might be a dill weed person, or, you know, a cumin, or, you know, it's just a matter of what you're used to, or curry. So I got about 5 pieces of garlic up in here. Chop it up real good. Again, there are garlic presses that you can press it, but I just feel like you're taking away the juices from it. I can't say that for sure. I just feel like that's the case. Okay, boom, look at it. Fresh garlic in there, in the pot. And you see this is now getting soft. Let me bring it. Come on over here. Let's get you on over here so you can really see it. Okay. Can you see that now? See, it's beginning to get soft. Now, we don't want it to be completely wilted because we want this to have kind of a thick taste to it too. I'm going to try and get rid of some of my mess here before it gets cooked into the glass top. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and open up one of these cans of clam chowder, of clams. Get some extra juice in there. Actually, I can open them all up. See, this is what drives me crazy because you see how much juice is in there. Look at that. I think I'm going to get a couple more cans because that really is not much. Now, the extra juice in here will help to simmer the veggies a little bit. And of course, it's going to give it more flavor. So we're going to go ahead and simmer that down some more. Look at that. That's a crying shame. Oh, look at this. Really? That's 3 cans worth? Come on, man. All right, you see my veggies are getting al dente. Al dente. They're still a little bit crunchy, okay? All right, so we've got some liquid in there. And here's what we're going to do to make this saucy. Cream cheese. We're going to put this in here so it melts. Bam. So we don't want it to curdle it. See how that turned that white? We can put our bacon back in here. Some more of that clam juice in there. Start putting some pepper into it. Lots of pepper. Now the only thing with this is, this becomes kind of a thin. It's, you know, with you can use different artificial thickeners and things. I just don't like the taste of it. It's just, for me, I just rather have it a little bit thinner. But the cream cheese helps to thicken it up just a little bit. And I've got a few more cans of clam because I really want more clams in there. So once our cream cheese is completely melted, then we can start adding our heavy cream to this. Turn it up a little bit more. I like lots of clams. Now you can do the same thing with crab meat too. Okay. See how that's getting there? Look at that. Ooh, Nelly. All right. I'm going to start adding the clams to this and the clam juice. Get in there. It's really not a whole lot of clams. Oh man, they've really, this is ridiculous. Look at that. That's ridiculous. 6 cans of clams in there. All right, so we're gonna let this get warm again, and then we're gonna start adding our heavy cream, and then we're almost done. Then it's just a matter of just letting it saute and let those flavors hit. I'm gonna get rid of these. I'm gonna get a spoon and taste. Now, most of my cooking is to taste. So let me see how, I don't like to use too much salt, but we'll check and see, because the clam is salty and the bacon is salty. Oh man, oh my goodness. That's good. A little more pepper. Don't need any more salt in this. And once this starts getting hot again, we'll add the heavy cream and we'll turn it down. Make sure you don't leave it on like high, because the cream and stuff will curdle. Now I put in a lot of, you can see there's a lot of substance in this, and we'll add a couple cups of heavy cream with this, but it's got a lot to this. There's a lot of vegetables in there. There's the bacon in there for that protein. There's the clams and stuff. This is good. And of course the cream cheese. Lots of fat in here. Only thing I wish I could have was soup crackers. Damn. Guess you can't have everything. How's that look, guys? Does that look good? Let's see. All right. Once that gets hot, we'll add the heavy cream, and we're good to go. All right, add our heavy cream. And this is going to be rich. Yeah. All right, once this is warm, that's it. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to clean up here, and I'll be back. There's no point in me having you literally watch it cook for the next 5 or 6 minutes. I'll be back. All right, so, it was just a few minutes ago. I just let the clock go without it. It is now good and warm, but it's not to the point of boiling. Don't let it boil. Let it simmer, because you don't want the the heavy cream to curdle. But let's get the taste test here. Let's check this out. Look at that. Ooh. You see that right there? Look at this. This is hot now. But you can see the bacon, you can see the clams, you can see the cauliflower, which the chunks of cauliflower kind of looks like potatoes. You see the sauce in there. It's a little bit watery, but it's thicker because of the cream cheese. But I'm going to tell you, this is full of flavor. Look at that. If I had one of those bread bowls, put this inside of it, then it wouldn't be keto, would it? This is good, especially on a cold, wet, rainy day like today. I'm gonna make a salad to go with this, but again, maybe not. So, you don't have to spend a whole lot of time and a whole lot of money to do keto meals at home. Altogether, this is about 35 minutes. And that's from chopping, simmering, cooking, and everything else. And this right here will feed a lot of people. Look at that. Look at that. Woo! I'm Mark Holmes, and I'm trying to do better. Trying to get some of this weight off me. And I hope, if you're doing keto, let me know what you think. And ways that you do clam chowder and some of your recipes as well. And if you do keto and you'd like to come on, we can do you by Skype or Zoom, and we can talk about different recipes and things and how it's working. I'm Mark Holmes, and I'll see you soon.